Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming out today. Appreciate everybody who's come this way so far, and everybody who hasn't had a chance to meet Sampson yet. This is Sampson. He is world famous. Sampson's 9.5 years old. He's a Belgian Malinois. He actually worked with me as a police K9 in Del Palace for 7 years, and he just wants to show you how much he loves to play tug. 90% of his training, his obedience training, his bite training, and everything else came just from the tug. And if you look at the tugs that I use and stuff like that, it's the same material as a bite suit. So we progress him from the tug as a reward, playing with him and interacting, then putting the person inside of a giant tug. When you see dogs going to bite a bite suit, that's really what they're biting, is a tug toy. From there, we progress further and further into teaching the dogs how to progress into actual civil work, where the dog will go in, find a human being, bite and hold them, apprehend them, and either A, drag them out to the arresting officers, or holding them in place so that the arresting officers can move out safely and cuff the suspect. Oh, microphone time. All right. Technical glitches and all that stuff. All right. Hopefully this. So I'll just do a couple quick little things. We use a tug no differently than we use food. When a dog does have that kind of drive to go after a toy or something like that, they are really just trying to get to food. They're chasing food down and trying to eat it. So it's the same kind of concept. If you do this behavior I want, I will give you what? No. Bed. No. Simpson. Bed. If you do the behavior I want, I will reward you with this tug. If you do not do the behavior I want, I will remove the tug from your sight. All right? So we're using two ends of the spectrum on that. So the first thing we'll have Sampson do is just do some basic healing obedience. Sampson, yep. No. So he's going to go through his whole repertoire of behaviors. Like, what if I jump up? What if I bark? What if I get closer to you, Dad? What if I do this? What if I do that? No, dum-dum. Stop thinking. You're a Malinois. No, on your front feet. There you go. Yes. That's a good boy. His favorite game in life is tug. On purpose? Oh, he's bitten me more than anything's ever bitten me. Oh. But not because he's trying to hurt me, but because that's how they engage. How do dogs engage with each other? Using their mouths, right? Oh. Good. Help. No. Help. Help. Hey, boy. Oh. Down. Nope. Down. Up. Good boy. You're kind of setting the bar pretty low for our next demos. But in reality, he can't get any traction in here. So he kind of jumps in these situations. Heel. That's how you usually get bit. As he flies through the air for his toy and your hand's in the way. Yep. Did I tell you he's 9.5? No. Follow. Too far ahead. Follow. Heel. Down. Down. Take it. Down. Take it. Good boy. There's my boy. Yes. That's a good boy. Out. Out. No. A lot of you in here are former clients for NexGen K9, so you already know the concept. But one of the things that I changed years ago when I first came into, enough, bed. When I first came into dog training 20 years ago, down. You yelled at your dog. That's what you did. Sit down here. That's what you did. So I started to play with it a little bit because I was noticing some issues that I was having, and another trainer brought it up to me when I was trying to get one of my female shepherds to go from a down to a sit. Sampson, bed. Nope, bed. You're just showing off because everybody's here. Bed. Anyway, trying to get her to come up from a down to a sit. And so while she was down, sit! And she'd just lay down more. So the other trainer says, try using a high-pitched voice. Sit, boop, popped right up. So that was the beginning of me changing a lot of my commands on the tones and how the dog understands tones and not the words. And so since then, I've taken on more of a quieter approach to training dogs, and it seems that, you know, it's kind of like humans. If somebody whispers at you, you're more likely to lean in and listen harder, right? Whereas if they're loud, you may be just backing away and going, yeah, I don't want to listen to you. Heel. Heel. Down. No, down. Heel. Down. So you can talk to them that quietly without having to be harsh and punishing. And that way it saves you a whole range of volume and tone for those moments, those oh my God moments where you've got to cover distance and distraction to really break through the dog's attention. Oh boy. Yep. Sit. No. Sit. Everybody gets real impressed with the hand signal things. The hand signals are easy to teach from a distance than voices are. So anybody who's trying to impress you with hand signals, it's not that hard. How does a dog learn how to sit? Hand signals. The hard part's just teaching them the voice. Yep. Without any hand signals. That way the dog's looking that way, he understands you. No. Heel. He acted the same way when I did that Google Talk 4 or 5 years ago. He's just like, I'm just going to be goofy. We go out in the competition field, he's spot on. Training time, he's spot on. Get an audience for a demo purpose, and he's just nutty. Yeah. Yep. Sit. No. One of the things you can teach your dog is to stay in position just by which foot you use. We do that by teaching them to step off with us every time we move with our left foot. Nope. Sit. Sampson. Sit. No. They stay by leaving with our right foot without saying a word. There's all kinds of little things that you can do, and it just shows you how much more in tune they are with your body language than with your verbal language. Nope. Down. 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 Sampson. Yes. Good boy. All right, we're done. So that's Sampson. If there's any brave souls who want to later, they can put the bite suit on and get bit by him. You'll have a whole nother level of fun. Thanks.